Brandon usually has.
I do have it.
He usually, yeah.
And we're up. Anybody got one?
There we go. Okay, thank you. Thank you, carbonated beer.
I was gonna say.
Literally a conversation
This
we had
episode's sponsored by. Just kidding. It's not sponsored.
He had a burp, and
It
he
could
was
be,
like,
though.
"Why can't I burp like that in TNT?" And I was like, "I don't
Do you guys burp like that at your other D&D game?
No.
No,
know."
just
Other
here.
D&D game?
No, my one that I'm playing tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
No, it became a thing here because the very, very first session we did, I had just started the stream, and like a half second later, somebody had this
It was
like
Dane.
pretty decent belch.
And I'm sitting right next to him and I glance over and
Yeah. So afterwards, I go back and I'm watching the thing, and that's the first thing I hear. So it became like a thing that like every time we start stream, we have to have a belch now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, if Thane calls, we'll let him do his recap plan or whatever. But stop just here, and we will get some other sounds going.
I don't like the sound of that.
Other sound.
Other sounds? We just defeated some giant rock monsters.
It was quite a few giant rock monsters.
oh my.
And a cyclops.
Oh.
You're still in yawn. Of course, it's going to be thundering. Like that's
Yeah, it's
where
like
you
raining
are.
constantly.
Oh, that's great.
I
Or
had
at least
some,
thundering.
I did
Excellent
some
for my
really cool
plate
shit
mail.
against that cyclops. I was proud of myself for that.
Yeah, we were talking before you guys got here about the silvery barbs.
There's lightning.
Yeah, that was.
I finally got one that worked.
Nice.
It's the first
And
time
I
since
missed
I took
it.
it.
That was epic. Okay. So, last we left our heroes.
Oh, heroes.
The consequences of Cutlass's letter ruse attempt upon a hag of the Feywild, accompanied by a care package of his own blood and flesh, struck hard, both figuratively and literally. Believing the hag to now have the power to cast a spell of dominate person upon him anywhere within her domain of Yon, and fearing a similar risk of Eric if Skabatha had shared his blood with her sister, the rest of the group decided that the best thing might be to shackle the two for everyone's safety, to hopefully forestall any additional late-night skirmishes. After a long rest to rejuvenate themselves, a visit from Veers, and some new skills learned, our heroes set off through the mountains toward the ominous castle in the distance. Along the way, discovering they were being shadowed, again, quite literally, by dozens of shades. Making their way through the first mountain pass without incident, they encountered a sword-wielding dandelion, a large queen bee, roughly the size of an orange, and an elfish acrobat adorned with a crescent moon mask. Amidor, Pollenella, and Gleam entreated our heroes for assistance in the rescue of Gleam's sister, Glister, who is currently held by Endelyn at her castle. The hag, determining that keeping the two together might be a risk, as their Witchlight Highwire Carnival Act and spells were representative of an eclipse. Unable to bring direct harm to them due to the Prismere rule of hospitality, she separated Gleam from her sister. After encountering some awakened goats along the mountain path, the group was set upon by an angry earth elemental, which seemed to clone itself into three. A few moments later, an angry giant cyclops came charging to join the battle. The same cyclops Amidor had helped to free Pollenella from. The Fates handily defeated their foes and protected their new acquaintances. Pollenella found that most of her hive had also fled the cyclops, and free of the risk of him recapturing her, she set off to reestablish her hive. As you all catch your breath from the battle, you look around to find Eric missing. You can see footprints from where he was last standing, but nothing trailing away. It seems Eric has been blipped away for the first time since before your fight with the Hourglass Coven back in the swamps of Hither. And unfortunately, yeah, first time. And unfortunately, as soon as you turn back, you notice Yofina has vanished from behind you all as well.
Shit.
that's going to make things more difficult.
I'm guessing I'm still blipped out as well for the moment.
Saboteur. You're back at your father's forge, staring at the same anvil you and Balagog had arm wrestled over before you left. You had promised him you'd return to show him how strong you'd become. You stare at the space. Seconds. Minutes. You're not sure. It's not right. It's not fair. You have gotten so much stronger, but here, now, you're completely powerless again. You can't change it. Everything is dark around you. Not like it should be. The smithy shop is usually so bright, but all around you is a pressuring darkness, pushing in from all sides. It's just you and the anvil. You are stronger, you know.
Sorry, I'm not sure if I'm interacting with this or not.
You can interact.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that voice recognizable?
Yeah.
Who is that?
That is Balagog.
Of course it is. Can I tell where in time this might be?
You are aware for the first time that you're blipping, but things are happening that didn't happen. He wasn't here. He stands opposite you, across the anvil, lightly translucent. This isn't right. He was already dead. You didn't see him here. You have a long journey ahead of you. You will become stronger than either of us could have ever imagined possible. But you'll have to take care of Mom and Dad for a little while first. Don't worry. They'll make it. They'll make it because of you. Because you are strong. He extends his arm.
Try to clasp it.
Clasp with him. Balagog begins to fade away. You notice it's not just dark around you. There is no smithy shop. Just inky blackness all around the two of you, standing over that anvil. Don't worry. I'll be with you. Keep showing me your strength.
I will.
You find yourself in the corner of a mountain pass, standing over a large flat stone, your arm extended out, clasping nothing. You look around and find your allies, winded, but together, safe, amidst the aftermath of an obvious battle.
Hey!
Oh, God.
Right on time.
And that's short 3, I suppose. Wait, if Eric is gone, is his spell also gone?
Which was his spell?
Protection.
It was the protection from good and evil.
Oh, I thought you would cast that.
No, it was him.
Yeah, that was Eric.
That was Eric.
Bring out the cuffs.
So, two things. My understanding of this is once it's cast on somebody, distance doesn't matter so long as the person maintains concentration. So Eric could still be concentrating and it could still be in place. Second, it is only a 10-minute spell.
Yeah.
Either way.
Oh.
You hold out the cuffs.
I have a little bit of time before this wears off, I think. I would like to spend it free, if you wouldn't mind.
I do mind.
I was just about to do.
How long have I been gone?
A
Once-
fortnight.
You know, like
I want to say.
a session.
A session.
Yeah, don't make the sick Parkinson joke. Okay,
I guess
so
we took a long rest and then
yeah,
went
you
on.
you were with
About
the group
day.
when they arrived in Yon.
Right. And I think like the last thing I remember was seeing him stab Red for no
Yeah.
fucking reason.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's
48 hours, I'd take.
yeah. You blipped like right before that attack happened, so it's been that overnight and then the next day's travel.
Oh, well, this idiot decided back when we beat.
When we
Defeated.
defeated
Defeated.
There.
Back when we defeated.
Babylon?
No, Scabatha.
Scabatha? Okay.
This was
Yeah.
the first one.
Yeah.
Scabatha. He sent a little note to pretend to be Scabatha to.
Actually, I thought Babylorna was the first one.
It was.
You-
Oh, so Babylorna, yeah.
Yeah.
So Babylorna.
and sent stuff. They sent stuff to Scabatha and Endolin
Endolin.
from Babylorus.
To Endolin, one of them being some of his flesh and blood. He sent a bloody feather.
To prove that we had been defeated.
So now he's cursed.
Excuse me. What have we learned?
Were we not all on board with this plan in the moment?
It was just you and Eric who decided to do this thing.
Eric did it too!
Yes!
The two of you
Well,
were
we don't know.
alone.
I don't even know if I was there at that point.
Yeah. They decided we
No,
left them unsupervised, and this is what happened.
You were with the group
Okay.
at that point.
I was with the group at that point.
But yeah, you were exploring, I think, the dining room at the time
Probably.
this was happening.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that more people were there.
Nope.
Guess not.
No,
No.
It was just literally the two of us.
If we were there, this would not have happened.
Yofina might have been there. I'd have to go back and check. I think she came in later. I can't remember if she came in before or after you started cutting pieces off.
She's mostly a feral beast, so she wouldn't have cared.
So we've learned a lesson, I hope, about sending pieces of ourselves to hags.
Gee, you think?
I hope.
Hopefully the lesson can still be learned. Feathers, give me your hand.
I am still magically protected for about 7-ish more minutes. I will come down in 6.5 minutes, and I just shoot up in the air.
Oh. Well, what else?
Meet our friends. It's a flower, and
Oh yeah, the dandelion man
It's way up in the air.
and Gleam.
Gleam, and we're trying to free her sister.
Yes.
Sister, because they have the power to create an eclipse, which we need to kill Endolin.
Eclipses when her power is weakest.
Oh, I'm a bit confused by all of this. You're telling me this is the the dwarf.
Elcor!
Oh, Elcor's still with us?
Elcor's still with you.
Yay.
I don't think I'm ever going to get used to the way the lot of you seem to appear and disappear.
Me neither.
It is a bit unsettling. I'm
Yeah,
Gleam.
our scheduling is really tough.
I'm Gleam. I was part of a high wire act at the Witchlight Carnival. And my sister and I did an eclipse routine. I believe that's why Endolin was so frightened of us. really comes down to a spell. She kind of reaches out and casts a ray of moonlight from her hand.
Cool.
You can make an eclipse.
They seem to think that our act of crossing the moon ray and my sister's sun ray will potentially have an effect. I don't know of this weakness of Endolin's, but...
Are all the Oreos gone?
She has the last one.
You have it.
Roll an Arcana check for me. That Oreo's going to cost you.
Can I roll an Arcana check?
10. No.
No.
No, I don't think that's enough at this point. There is something slightly familiar about the moon ray that she casts for you, but I'm not sure.
Saboteur, and okay.
Pleasure. And you notice now that everyone's sort of stepping forward in the crashes of lightning that's occurring. She does not cast a shadow. And she kind of follows your eyes. Yes, your group didn't seem to mind. I know that many in the Feywild don't want to trust people without a shadow, but it was because of Endolin. She cursed me and removed my shadow. It's a part of her means of control.
Ferocious typing.
Well, good thing we're not from here then.
Oh, messaging her. Let me just double check something real quick. Yeah, no, just you. Okay. Well, I appreciate all of your efforts to keep us protected. Shall we continue forward?
Don't suppose why not.
What were you fighting?
So, and you see there
Rock
are
monster.
Rock
there
lobsters.
are like tons of like unsettled rock and boulders around here.
Three earth elementals and a cyclops.
Yeah, and the Cyclops is bloody and very burned over.
And the cyclops had a cage full of bees.
This sounds like a dream you had. Oh, what played?
Anna turned one of the rock monsters into a turtle 3 times? Twice,
at least, yeah.
And then Yofina kept on hitting it and turning it back.
Well, actually, once it stepped into...
Once it stepped into a spell. Because it wanted to turn back, and then it died.
And then it died.
You're gonna have to add a word there.
I will say, a lot of us are pretty spent. Drained. So, soon.
I could go for another rest of longness.
Soon, maybe once we find somewhere that's
Some
not
shelter. This outcropping, yeah.
Yeah, this ravine.
With a bunch of random rock steps.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I say, you could potentially do a short rest here. Looking around, you do get the sense it's probably not the best defensible area for a long rest.
Yeah.
But
I say let's keep pushing on.
Keep
go ahead
going.
and push.
All right.
Okay, so you all form up.
Flying V. No.
Move people forward here
Mighty
a little
Ducks.
bit. What's
Good
marching
marching.
order?
I'm gonna also take point in the air while the spell is still active, and then come back.
You're getting pretty close.
I will stand right behind where he's flying with my javelin to shoot him down if for some reason he doesn't come down in time.
Okay. If, Anna, where do you want to be? And Sav.
I'll wipe up the rear.
Wipe up the rear.
It's one of my favorite things. That's not, no, that is not, no.
She's gonna bidet the rest of us.
I meant that phrase is one of my favorite things, not the, yeah.
I'll wipe up the rear.
I don't have that spell, damn it.
With the Gleam in the center here.
Which spell?
Protection from good and evil. I might have it, but I don't have it prepared.
I have it, but I used all of my spell slots in the last battle.
Yeah, this battle's took a while.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
maybe I didn't long rest because my spell slots are not.
You would
That's
have
zero.
had a lot. So you could do that now if you want.
Okay.
Because you would have successfully completed the long rest
Yeah.
after the initial fight.
Wait, oh, I'm not signed in. That's why. That's
Oh my
stupid.
god. I think just we.
Whee!
So, you begin moving ahead down the path.
We're bloody buccaneers and each a murderous crook.
Zav's just going
We massacre Indians, kill us,
Staying there. Bye.
to Captain Hook.
So,
We're off
back down, you
the
There we
house.
sort of trudge past where the cyclops body would have been.
The terrible hag of yawn.
There we go. Now I'm up to full everything.
Damn rocks.
Yep. This is not the easiest.
Sydney's not coming.
Oh,
Sydney's
she's
not
not
coming?
going to be here at all?
Mm-mm.
Aw.
Okay.
Oh, I think I just got the message.
Let's continue around.
Hey, what you?
What doing?
Are you watching?
I do not like to come up this step. Okay. So, coming up, you notice ahead there's, you can go sort of downward in the valley or split off to your left here. The left seems initially a little bit more difficult, but in the distance you are seeing there seems to be a bit of a cave-in, which also would be potentially be very difficult to get across further ahead.
I vote right.
I always vote the high ground is the best ground.
So that being
Let's say, I guess since Cullis is up front with Zaretic behind, why don't the two of you roll survival checks?
Okay.
Could be a thing.
Cocked.
10.
It's also cocked. Jesus. 12.
Okay. Yeah, from where you are, it's difficult to determine which path is the better way.
that way's terrible.
That way is terrible.
Into the rocks. Terrible idea.
Into the rocks.
So
I say we go forward. Let's rock climb this shit.
Can I
I vote.
survey the area for a little bit?
you are right about at your 10-minute mark.
Shit.
Just so you're aware.
Alright, coming back down, I guess.
You could do that, but so
Should you?
Cullis coasts back down. Are you heading down toward Aoife?
Yep.
Okay.
The cops.
She's a little too eager to slap you in chains there. So much power.
So, from where you are here, there's sort of forward, goes down, and then you can see there's a bit of a cave in over here. Would be what seems like a difficult area to traverse. And then the other direction, you would have to get across these pillars to the next path area over here.
Oh, like tell the others what you typed. Oh, gotcha. Sure. Is that a thing that like in character you would have told me? I'm a little confused. Okay.
Telepathically send you.
Anna said she could potentially wild shape and move us.
To which direction? Which direction are we voting for?
I think she means wild shape us so that we can go over the rocks and avoid whatever the foggy depths below may contain.
To the left.
Mm-hmm.
I vote to the right. So that is one vote right, one vote left.
I'd rather go left if we
Left.
can swing it.
I'm gonna vote left as well.
Left.
Left seems fine
Well,
with me.
fuck me. I guess. I'm gonna go left.
Okay. So you've got Cutlass in the shackle. Is the shackles like just in front of him? How is he bound?
Behind.
We have it underneath him, so it's.
Oh gosh, yeah, we have it in between.
In between
yeah.
his legs. And it's
No, it's behind.
So,
I'm just kidding.
so hands are behind, wings are still free for him to fly, but
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that smirk! Oh no! I know.
I'm just asking for clarification. But it's her pause that's giving me the giggles.
I mean, he can fly, but
Yeah.
I mean, the fact is he can't use his arms to attack us. I think that's the main reason why.
Yeah.
He's still got a beak.
I'm like, well,
And
what if
talons.
what if you tucked your wings in behind you, and then your arms went over?
No.
But I feel like he would not go for that because he'd have to consent to that part. But
Probably be uncomfortable.
I will not give up my flight. Not again.
Not
or
again.
wasn't it last time that it was like if you do fly, you know, like you have to stay on the ground because if you do fly, we'll know something's up.
I mean, I can still fly to be useful.
That's true. Yeah, I guess. Fine, you can fly, but you still have to be cuffed. So it will be
Deal.
difficult.
Okay, so as this whole discussion, everything's going back and forth. Anna wild shapes into a giant vulture.
Hell yeah.
I'm a vulture.
So she can fly.
Yeah, but
So
like,
she can pick us up and carry us with
could
her.
have been an eagle. Could have been. Are vultures bigger than eagles?
Yeah, long shot.
Understood.
And she flaps up a little bit and then sort of scoops forward and takes a hold of Zav. And
Oh god.
begins,
Oh god.
Goodbye.
Oh
begins
god.
carrying across.
Goodbye.
Close your eyes.
Oh yeah, he's
So,
doing that. He's like, oh
um,
god, shit, fuck.
I am going to have you roll an athletics.
Just the whole time.
Oh no.
She just used her inspiration, didn't she?
I think so. I think that's what
10 is fine. 10 is fine. This is mostly just like, because you should be able to carry Zap. It's mostly just, did you make a horrendous blunder at some point and like lose ability? But 10's fine. So you make it across the two areas.
Hooray!
Have fun storming the castle.
It's back a little bit and use the other one to. So two screens here, and it's very easy to mix up between the two. Okay, so
Excuse me.
it's about 100 feet or so across, this area. So you drop them off, I assume you fly back and... Yep, okay.
Thank you.
So pick up Aoife, so another athletics. 13, yeah. Aoife's much smaller, much lighter, much easier to zip across.
So I guess you just fly across.
Yeah. Have fun with it.
I'm already over here.
Uncomfortably across. Are you gonna talon me? Are you gonna try and talon me again?
So she comes back over, and yeah, I would say in this one, like the last time she actually kind of like stuck you a little bit. The armor's actually improved that you have now since last time. So she gets a whole. It's still uncomfortable. There's a little bit of a like tweaking in the arm. It's like pulled back a little bit too far one way, but it doesn't actually injure. Go ahead and do the athletics. Oh yeah, no, your focus. Somehow your focus on causing Red a bit of discomfort actually makes the process go more easily for you.
You're enjoying this,
If
aren't
vultures could smirk.
Callus, are you hanging out, or are you going to go ahead and cross?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Just gonna flutter on over.
This flies over himself.
What about our friends?
And then, yeah, there's... Okay, so I'm gonna actually just sort of play this for it. It's fine. You've done enough with the checks. So she kind of comes back and brings the others over and across as well, one by one.
One by one.
So we've all made it across to the other side.
Huzzah.
Back out. That was Aoife.
Aww.
And oh. Would help if all of them stayed selected. New seeds? Wow.
Was John there, or did he just stop by and drop him off? Did you say hi to him for me?
Nick says hi. Down. I'll say
Left or right, friends?
More stairs or a cave path?
Foggy cave.
Great. I mean, the cave might provide some cover for a long rest. So long as we check it beforehand.
Turn to our new friends. Do you know anything about this cave? Just since you guys live here, maybe.
I've not traversed this area. Amidor sort of steps forward. There's not much of a cave here. There's an overcropping, but then it opens up into another area, and it's just sort of wide open area over there. There's not really a path forward. The way up in front of us likely will result in getting us through the valley here.
Let's keep going through the valley.
Yes.
Okay.
Ping, ping.
And do this on mine, I think, because it's going to be a little bit difficult for me.
Fun.
Just a second.
That was so cute.
Well, that's okay. Ping's gonna give me attention.
Okay, so you come
Hey, Ping.
up to the top of the
Yeah, I
pass.
need you up on.
You kind of look, there's a cropping up, and then as you come forward, looks like there's almost stepped way down.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, we want to get out of the ravine, not go further
Hi,
down.
Ping.
Might not have a choice.
Okay, so Anna sort of flies down ahead a little ways here. And we can get to... So I wanted to be a little careful about reveals and such.
Why do those cacti have spiky things coming out of them?
But gets to around the corner here, and it does look like this this path exits the valley of... exit into the valley from this previous mountain that you've been traversing. So this does seem to be the path forward.
Alright.
Go back and we'll see. She kind of because because you have the top of it, you can still communicate while shaped. So yeah, she communicates this to somebody.
She says we're golden.
All right.
So, are you going to take the time and sort of fly each person down? If I can get the camera to work for me.
About how steep is each jump? Could I athletics it easily enough?
Yeah.
You can athletics it. It's about I would say it's just less than 10 feet down, so there wouldn't be damage taken unless you trip.
Okay.
So that there would be checks involved in jumping down, but there's also checks involved for carrying everyone.
I can do an athletics check just to
I'd
jump
say
down.
athletics is also pretty good. I mean, I have pretty good athletics.
What about acrobatics?
15?
Yeah, I'll say 15. You're able to traverse down.
My athletics is no bueno, so I should try. You trip.
That's a 10.
10. You get down the first two, and then landing on the third one. There's a little bit of a trip, and you trip over from that one onto the next one. It's kind of just stubbed toe, basically.
Okay.
You take 1 point of damage.
You okay?
But
That's fine. I'm fine.
but you make it the rest of the way down.
Oh, fine. I'm great.
So
I just love the visual, like doop.
Yeah, Pellis, I'm assuming, is flying down.
Yep.
Anna, are you carrying
Just flutter on
Aoife?
down there.
Then? Okay. So Anna gets a hold of Aoife, so you can roll the athletics for that.
It's amazing how much we get done when we don't have Eric to constantly talk to us.
18. Yeah, this is a glide down. Like you pick her up, and then like you literally don't even have to like flap your wings. You're just, and it's this
Like
silent
paragliding.
gust. And you get down to the bottom, and there's this this soft moment landing of arching back, and you curve your wings so that you stall just barely before the ground. And when she touches you down, it's little more than you would have felt taking a step.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's perfect landing.
And Aoife's like,
Golf
that
clap.
was awesome.
Oh my god.
Whee!
And we all fall to our death. The end.
Like that bridge when we first got to the Feywild. We just all went, eh! Boy, that was funny.
So
Oh, I'd take some Doritos.
So what?
Doritos.
Doritos.
Take some Doritos. Love you, Lainey. Thank you.
you might just want to bring the bag
I'm
at this
just gonna
point.
get up, yeah. It's okay. I'm coming. Hold on.
Oh boy.
Get that yourself.
Okay, so as you come to the final curve of this, in the distance, you hear a familiar sound.
Oh. The inn!
However, before anything else happens,
Oh no.
I'd like you to roll a wisdom save.
Oh god, okay. 9.
9. No.
No.
So
How obvious is this turn to everyone else?
So that was going to be my next thing. You feel an ominous pressure in your head, but it seizes control of you.
Can I use my persuasion to be like, this hot is the one. This is your real you.
Act natural. Test the cuffs. Aoife.
Huh?
The shackles that you've created,
Yeah.
is there a stat block or anything for them?
No, they're just metal rods that I made with right tool for the job.
Okay, let's see if I can find something.
I have thieves' tools.
You do.
Can I pick it?
That's part of what we're going for here. There's dimensional shackles. Those are pretty... rare. So...
He's asleep.
Telephones?
Manacle. See, that's
Grandpa wine never disappoints.
I know, right?
It's so good.
okay.
Tired of this
Yeah.
grandpa wine.
So, okay. Not yet. So first, make a stealth check for me, please. Because you're trying to do this without people noticing.
14.
14.
Dang, you got a plus 12 to your stealth.
That would
So-
not pass my test.
That's crazy.
So it would have to be passive. Does anyone have a
Passive?
passive
Oh,
perception?
that's my passive.
That's a perception.
What's passive perception? Is it just wisdom?
I have
It's
I have
only a
11
left-hand, right
on my
under saving
perception.
throws.
But
So-
he rolled a what was it, a 14?
14 or 13?
Mine is also 13.
Mushi?
So your passive perception is 10 plus your modifier for perception. So
Be whiz.
sometimes it's a
10
It's
plus
wisdom usually.
modifier?
Yeah.
10 plus your wisdom modifier.
15.
Oh shit.
Wait, you have a 20 wisdom?
No, I have a +5 wisdom, but it's 10 plus 5.
Wait.
You have
what?
a +5 to your wisdom
Sorry,
check?
+5 perception, because perception is enhanced.
Oh.
I have a higher perception.
Is passive perception with the perception stat?
That's what it says.
I'm sure
on,
it would.
On D&D Beyond, it says
Yeah,
I have
it-
passive perception of 15.
Nope. Yeah, she is. She is
Passively perceptive.
15. Wow. Okay. So
I'm a perceptive person.
roll. What would this be?
Excuse me.
So I see that he's messing with them.
Roll a dexterity check.
Straight dexterity modifier.
So I guess what do you add when you do your thieves' tools?
Sleight of hand, usually.
Okay, so yeah, roll the sleight of hand.
Wait, is it just my dex mod plus proficiency? Maybe? Hold on. Sorry. I think I would know this. Thieves' tool.
Do you want me to look it up?
I've got it right now.
I realized I mouthed something and then I was wearing a mask.
Yeah, it just says lets you add proficiency bonus to any ability checks you make to disarm traps or open locks. It doesn't specify any like specific checks, whether it's like a dexterity check or like a sleight of hand check or something.
So I'd still say your dex plus proficiency
plus 3 proficiency at the moment, yes? Plus 4 proficiency now. Okay, cool. 22.
22. So, what happens? Cutlass kind of moves to the side, and this does elicit suspicion from you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not able to stop him from doing so. But you see him take the tool and go to unlock his manacles. So you are successful in getting them undone, but you know he's doing it.
I go over and I press the button that makes you stop. Because it was made with the immovable rod.
But if it's off of me...
It's not off of you yet.
So
You just unlocked him, right?
So you've incorporated the immovable rod into the manacles?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was part of it, so that if ever one of them wanted to move, I'd press it and they couldn't move.
Okay, so I'll let this happen first, and then we'll go into initiative. So you're aware, the immovable rod is not bound to any particular person. So anyone who can touch the button can turn it on or turn it off,
Right.
including him.
Right.
So you go as you see him undoing this. You rush forward and you press the button. I'll say you're able to get one of your hands out of the manacles. The one with the rod is still locked in. And now we're going to go to initiative.
Oh boy.
And it does take an action to undo the immovable rod.
That's all I needed.
Could I get above a 10 at all ever?
Thank God I have advantage on rolls for initiative, because that was the worst die roll ever. That's a little bit better, I guess.
This dice is going to dice jail. Fuck that.
I have
Dice
three.
jail?
I have three. I have three in there already.
She wants to christen it so bad.
Okay.
It will not roll above a 10.
So I had to change the people included. So, all right, Zav.
10.
10. Anna. Oh, you messaged me probably. 16. Zoretic.
13.
Cutlass.
27.
Fuck you.
Jesus H. Christ.
Aoife.
22.
So you two are right on each other. So, top of the round is Cutlass first. Aoife's on deck. So, Cutlass, you've got to get out of these manacles. So, you are going to... you're currently being fully controlled at this point. But... you've undone the cuffs, and now you will have to use the action to undo the manacle. So press the button on.
Can I reach my sword with my free hand at all?
You're able to get to. So your sword's a free action. Drawing your sword is a free action.
Feel free to tell me to fuck off with this idea. But what if I were to use an attack action to try to use my sword to hit the button instead of using my action to push it?
Yeah, fuck off with that idea.
I know what you do, because you have 2 attacks as part of your attack.
That wouldn't be an attack.
I'm going to say no, though, because
You're not attacking.
they're still behind you. Finding the button and everything is going to be the whole thing. So you're going to lose the action, I'll say, because I do want to reward her for thinking of what the thing to do in that instance. So you'll reach back and press the button, and let's actually get some positioning here too. So this is gonna be really rough through here. It's gonna be very, very tight area.
That's what she said.
So yeah, you had slipped forward just slightly. Aoife had come with you here.
Yeah, how close is everyone to each other? We're all pretty...
Mm-hmm.
You're pretty close, but you're also coming down the steps a little bit, and he had sort of moved away to try to hide this, but you had noticed. So you're up next to him, but I don't think anyone else is within reach at the moment.
Oh.
But everyone does notice you sort of lunge forward to press the button. So
Do you have anything? Are you wearing metal armor?
call lightning an hour.
Minutes.
Oh, yeah, it's been long. This has been hours that you guys have been going through the valleys and stuff here. So, okay, so yeah, so you press the button, and I'm gonna have you use your bonus to disengage and get a little bit of distance here.
Oh, I was just gonna let her try to take the attack of opportunity and use my bonus action for something else.
What were you thinking for your bonus action?
I was gonna fly up there and hide.
Don't look at me. Just eating Doritos.
You looked at me with like an eye, like I was like, oh, I'm sorry.
Let me eat Doritos.
I think for this one, I'm gonna say you're still in control for this first, under full control for this first round. So I'm gonna have the bonus action to disengage. I'm gonna have you fly up.
Eating too many Doritos causes me to get acne.
And what do we have here?
I don't know why. It's something about maybe the fake cheese or something. I don't know.
No.
MSG.
Hey man, MSG is great.
MSG is great.
MSG.
King of flavor.
King of
First
flavor.
off, let's start here. How much? So I'm gonna have you actually
trying to
come
have a clearer face. I
up to
never
here,
Sorry, I
And
didn't,
try
mean
to
to, I
take-
didn't mean to make you self-conscious.
No.
try to take
That's okay.
cover behind this. So that'll be your turn, and then at the end of this turn, you just hear her voice turn. Hurt them.
Oh, great.
Aoife, your turn.
Okay. So we know that all we need is to just attack him for him to get out of it. Is there anything on you that's metal?
I mean, my sword.
Stop hitting yourself. Just smack with his own sword.
And he had so you're aware he has flown up and kind of gone basically flat against this to try to get full cover from you guys. So
Oh,
you
he's
don't-
all the way there.
So you don't.
Oh, I missed that part.
You don't have a direct line of sight on him presently.
Ah, shit.
I don't have a sight on him.
Who's got magic missile?
Yofina!
Yeah.
But even then,
damn
you have
it.
to be able to see it to
Do
hit it,
you?
I think.
Oh.
Yeah, you
I
can,
think
you can
so.
do stuff that's
I'm
like
not sure.
area effect potentially, or you'd have to try to move to an area to try to see if you could get an angle to see.
How far away did he go? How many feet? It was like
It's
40?
about
50 feet up.
It's about 40 feet up
Got it.
to that cliff edge, and you know he's there. He hasn't moved
Oh, yeah.
past it, but
Yeah. Magic missile would have to... You have to be able to see him in order to hit him.
All right. So how far away is he?
from you, where you're standing now, probably about 40, 45 feet.
40 feet.
Yeah.
God damn.
You do have your movement, so there is some stuff you can do to try to like clamber up the wall a little bit, see if you can get an angle. If you need to get to within 30, I think you can do that on your turn. If that's what you're doing.
No, I need to get actually pretty close.
You can also hold an action until he's closer as well.
Do I know in the vicinity where he is, or am I completely?
No, you know he's on that ledge.
Oh, I know he's on the ledge.
Yeah. Yeah, you know he's there. You just don't have direct line of sight. Okay.
Jeez.
She's like getting all her dice out so she can do all the damage. She's I'm gonna kill a bitch. Nope, the lights changed. Oh my, now it's on us. Da, da, da.
This is no.
I think that was supposed to be for me.
Okay. Yeah, so if he's 40 feet away, I can do this. I'm just gonna cast Shatter in the vicinity. It's a 10-foot radius, so if I know that he's on that ledge, I'm just gonna cast it.
Yeah, you'd be able to get like a physical area of it.
Constitution.
Saving throw.
Oh
Natural
my
20.
god.
Nat 20?
Yep.
Yeah,
go
I
fuck
saw
yourself.
it happen.
Is it half damage on a save?
Give me 1 second. Yes.
Okay. So go ahead and roll the damage. Roll the full damage.
How many more do you need? Is it
I need
D6?
one more D8,
D8. Okay.
which is the touch and butt. Yep.
Yes. The butt touching.
The butt triangles. Or pyramids.
Oof.
Pyramids.
You take 8 damage.
Cool.
So it was gonna be 16.
So 8 damage to you.
Yeah, bitch.
Roll another wisdom save.
8.
8 doesn't do it.
Oh, that'll do it?
No, it doesn't do it.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
I thought you said that'll do it.
So
I was
he's
like,
still
that
under
was
the
easy.
thrall of
Yeah.
Endolin.
You see, at the first sign they go to attack you, hurt them. Is that your turn, Aoife?
Yeah.
Okay. Anna, you are up. That was Redick, you were on deck.
Yeah.
so we just attack him to get it out of this? Is that how that
I mean,
works?
the last time that this happened, Anna used a coat of cold, and I'm unsure if it's the actual cold magical damage that did it, or if it's any damage.
Okay. Yep, so you...
Because I feel like I hit him, and that did nothing. I feel like it almost has to be magical damage, but that's a theory.
Great. Grand and wonderful.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sorry, I'm fighting a vulture real quick.
Caw, caw.
I think it's more like cacao, bitch.
That looks like one.
Oh, like literally fighting a vulture trying to get it on the board. Gotcha. I was so confused for a second.
Ooh,
It's
it's a
huge!
big ass vulture.
Yo.
It had to be big enough to carry us. So.
Squaw.
Okay, so you
I'm a
fly-
squirrel.
So for vulture... Yeah, 50 foot, so that was 30 up. That 30 up will get you line of sight on it. Okay. So are you wanting to like get onto a ledge here and then unwild shape? Is that okay? So let's see. Do you want to be on the same ledge as him? So like over like this area, or do you want to be okay? Alright, so cool. Yeah, so you drop your wild shape and then massive cone of cold.
It's that.
Ice him.
It's a saving throw, right?
Iceman cometh.
Put him on ice.
Put him in a body bag. Anybody else like Cobra Kai? It's coming back July 18th.
It's a Constitution save.
12.
I know.
12 is not going to do it
The
for
Karate
us.
Kid?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. They've got 4 seasons out right now.
Yeah, those
Final
are
season's
D8s. Do
coming
you
out.
need?
Wow.
I've got 3 right here if you need them.
If you like the Karate Kid, you'd probably like it. I know I saw a dice
Would you like to use the tower for this?
Where did that dice disappear to?
Oh, Jesus.
Hannah does not score one of this. So, 40 points.
Jesus.
God.
I'm still up.
Does he
I
need
think
to
that's
do
a turn. Zoretic, it's your turn then.
Do you not make
Does,
a wisdom?
does he not make a wisdom saving
Oh
throw?
yes, sorry, another wisdom. Yes, of course.
7.
No. You've taken 1 of mine.
So I probably don't have line of sight on him, do I?
Not where you are currently. Let's see here. So you could try to get like up on this and see if that'll give you enough of an angle to get a line of sight.
What's the range from there to him, though? Because I probably can't even throw a javelin. I don't think it's far enough.
You already get there.
Yeah, it's way too far. I'm just going to prep an action and just hold my spear ready for him if he tries to fly down and attack us at any point.
Okay. All right. So ready an attack with your spear.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna move at all, or just stay where you are?
I'll go close to where the dandelion and stuff are to kind of just like be in the way of them, just in case for some reason Endolin tries to be like, kill the dandelion or something.
Okay, you're actually kind
of right there already.
Right there.
Perfect.
Cool. All right. Zav, and then we're back up top again.
I'm gonna try something a little novel, actually. Worth a shot, I think. Yeah, okay. We're gonna try Dispel Magic at 5th level.
At 5th level.
That's so many seeds.
Check something real quick.
Mm-hmm. I also had to check things.
Dispel magic. Does that need to be line of sight?
It doesn't say it does. It just says choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. The range is 120 feet.
So it does. Crazy. All right.
And we do know that Dispel Magic will work, it just you have to like actually make the...
Oh, I have no idea if it'll work.
We do.
Yeah.
We know it'll work.
Yeah. So 5th level, you said?
5th level. The DC is 10 plus the spell's level, so DC save of 15.
Okay. So
Well, isn't it
For
5th
me?
level that works
no,
automatically?
by casting at 5th level, you match the spell that he's
under.
Under,
Nice.
and it
Wow.
is automatically dissipated. You hear
Oh,
no, and she's pushed from your mind as the spell overtakes you from Zav.
Oh my god.
what'd you say?
And I keep attacking him. Well, let's see here.
Do you know if he's still?
So there would have been visual cues that the spell magic had been cast. And that being the end of his turn, you wouldn't necessarily know that he's free yet, but it's your turn next. So we'll keep it an initiative for the moment. Now that this presence has been pushed from your mind, what do you do?
Did it work?
I think it did, yes.
It's not going to hold.
No, like the spell magic does the spell away. It's
Oh yeah, but she could try again, right?
she can. So the limitation on dominate person, I think you would know this from your studies. There it doesn't save as far as like she can't do it again.
Right.
But she can only cast it however many times she can cast it a day. And so you're not sure what that number is.
It might not hold.
So, are you going to take any action, any movement, or you just stay and put? Yelling back.
I'm just gonna hold up a hand and fly down to everyone.
Okay. So, comes down from cliff to in front of Aoife. And that is your turn. Aoife, your turn is next. Do you believe him? What do you want to do?
Can I check? Can I do like an investigation check and do an action, or is the check my action?
I will say it'll burn your bonus to do an insight to see if he's because it's a very straightforward thing. Is he telling the truth or not? So I'll say that'll just be bonus action to burn for an insight check.
Yeah. Is it insight?
Yeah.
Do I have to roll something?
You in this case would be rolling persuasion.
How does a 28 sound on persuasion?
Fine.
So what was your insight?
11.
11. Okay. So in this case, the way it would not work is actually if it was reversed. If his was really low and but yours was not quite high enough, you would not be convinced of his persuasion. But yeah, together those two. So you believe that he has come out from the spell.
I take 30 feet of rope and I wrap it around him.
Okay. Call that your action.
Yep.
You take out what?
30 feet of rope.
I literally was thinking about doing that myself.
So
I was looking at my kit and I have 50 feet of rope.
So she is currently tying him up in rope. If you do this, you hit her too.
Whoa! We're gonna have some issues here.
So she's casting Call Lightning.
What? Stop! He's fine now.
And my initiative's next, so I can't do anything to stop anything.
Is Call Lightning a dex save? Let me check that.
What's the spread
And
on that?
dexterity.
Yeah, dex saving throw from Cutlass and Aoife, please.
What's the spread on that AoE?
15.
18.
Does 15 meet? Okay, so you both you both actually look up, see this coming, and kind of dodge together. You still take 10 points of damage.
I'm down.
From. So,
Are we still in initiative?
I mean,
I'll let you guys decide. We'll keep going unless people want to stop. But like she was like, I want to keep attacking, so I was like, I'm gonna get the initiative going. So You
Oh my god.
both sort of move, and like he goes limp as you're pulling him with the rope.
Ifo, what the hell?
You're
You're-
Even.
I was like, what-
Anna, what the hell? Sorry. Oh, they're a character. Anna, what the
So-
hell?
Zredek, any action from you, or are you gonna hold?
God. I'm gonna use my bonus action to see if Anna is preparing to do any other attacks.
I am not collateral.
Roll insight,
Roll insight. Okay.
and
I did.
Nat 20.
okay. Are you planning any more attacks? No. Okay. With the nat 20, I'm not gonna have her roll to do anything on it.
If that's the case, I'll walk over to my boy Cutlass over here, and I'm gonna put my hands on him, and I'm gonna heal him for 5 points.
Okay. So I will pull us out of initiative at this point, I think.
Okay.
So that he's not down.
fighting for his life.
Yeah. So, Cullis, you come back to consciousness, a bit charred from the lightning. You look over and see that Aoife also took a bit of that shot.
Was that last one really necessary?
Knowing her, yes.
It was not necessary.
I don't think it was necessary, but
Cutlass, because of you, you've put our entire party in danger. You're putting us into battles and making us wounded and making us expend energy for no reason at all.
maybe
I don't think we have a choice but to restrain you fully.
I do think until we
cannot
can
trust
get
you.
to the, because we heard the thing off in the distance, right?
Yeah, the inn is,
Yeah.
you believe, probably around the corner here. You can actually start moving forward if you like.
Listen, I agree. But also, so she's been talking.
She's been psychically.
Telepathically.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Well, not me. I'm saying this out loud, but she's saying it to me
Okay,
telepathically.
you're kind of having to holler up because she's up. Like,
I agree!
What?
unless you want to come down at this point. But yeah, she said she was staying put, so.
Well, then, hold on.
The end sounds.
Nope, I'm out of spell slots. Okay. I'm just gonna vortex myself up there. I agree, but we need to be in this together. I cannot be a part of your collateral damage. And don't tell me that was the only spell you had, because I know you have more. You need to keep your emotions in check and think smart for once.
Keep my mouth shut.
Furious typing.
Keep my mouth shut.
You couldn't have thrown something. Couldn't have... Nothing else. Had to shoot lightning from the sky.
While they're arguing, I'm gonna help him up,
Okay.
secure the rope so that his wings are secured,
Okay.
and he's all like this now.
I'm taking his sword.
And
Sorry,
then
old-
I'm just
sorry,
gonna
old cop.
gonna start walking us towards the inn.
Okay.
It's
Alright, so I'll say you all move. Zav, are you going with them as well?
yep.
Okay. The others go along with the two of you. So I'm going to have Aoife and Anna sort of staying at the corner here, presently arguing with each other.
I'm just gonna yell to them. We're gonna go to the inn. Hopefully, the innkeeper has something that we can buy or trade for that could protect him against it, so we don't have to worry about this. When you two are done bickering, you're welcome to join us.
So as you do round the corner, you do see in the distance the inn at the end of the road. So as you're heading that way, Anything more between Aoife and Anna?
No, I just grunt and walk away.
T.
Okay,
T.
so she's
T,
heading off.
T.
How would you like to get down? You can either athletics check your way, or if you have another wild shape, you could potentially do that. But
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got
I feel like that would be Cutlass during this whole thing. Yep, that's me. If only I could draw better, I would totally like do drawings of like all these things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, also, I want your sticker that says
okay,
hydrate.
so Anna
Wonderful.
wild shapes back into a
I
giant
got a
vulture.
con, actually.
Wild shapes back into a giant vulture and sort of circles around high above. All of you keeping watch for a little bit. Are you going to stay outside the inn for a bit? Okay. So, for the rest of you,
Why does it look like there are two evil clowns? Oh, that's a bard and a. Is that Gourd Face?
Gordman.
Yeah.
No, we
We gave him his thing back, but he's got the like the claws.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like the
his
crab.
guy.
Little crab
Was the
thing.
drow still there?
yes. So
Nice.
the bard is the drow is Octavian Melamine is their name.
The guy who's hardly
Clapperclaw
gave that.
is also there.
Copclaw,
still there.
yeah, that's his name.
So you enter. The group enters the inn. Ah, welcome again. See that you're back.
You see that you've made your way into Yawn.
Yes, it seems you've rid us of one more of the hags.
Mm-hmm.
It's been so long, so frustratingly long. Things have been so awful. And it's still difficult. But your group has given me hope for the future.
So we ran into a bit of a situation. You wouldn't by any chance have any kind of magical trinket that would protect from dominate mind, would you?
there's other churches.
I don't have anything. Someone is dominating you. That usually, don't they need to be nearby for that?
It appears Endolin only needs a piece of you to dominate you from anywhere in this realm.
A piece of you.
Mm-hmm. Specifically, flesh, blood.
I have an amulet of proof against detection and location.
We all do.
Mhm.
Yeah, would that work so that Endolin can't detect or locate him?
So she is not able to locate you, but she can still cast the spell because she has the piece of him.
Okay, okay.
That's
That's what I thought.
She's actually casting it on that and connecting it through to him.
Right.
So she actually doesn't know where you guys are.
Thank God.
Well,
Okay.
I should say she's not able to scry on you. That doesn't necessarily mean she doesn't know where you are.
Right.
There's other things going on too. But yeah, unfortunately the amulet would not prevent this. So Sue sits there for a moment. Has she been able to do this the entire time?
Only since we've got to Jan.
Ah,
And
within her own realm.
Mhm.
I can't protect you out there, but the inn is not a part of Yon. The inn is its own separate dimensional space. So,
Having heard that, I'll unbind.
Absolutely not. I stop you from doing it. I put my hand out.
Hold
Like,
on.
mm-mm.
You're positive he'd be safe here against that kind of influence?
I myself am not a caster. If the limitation is that he has to be within her realm, the inn should be safe space from that. Should being the operative word.
Should is not a guarantee.
Nothing's a guarantee. Not here. I say we give it some time. A few hours, maybe. If you don't feel anything funny, then the rest of the night is his.
Still not taking that chance.
Keep him bound all night, we're going to have other issues.
Like what?
Namely his wings cramping.
He feels a little bit of discomfort. Aww. Boo-hoo.
You keep someone restrained for entirely too long, they lose circulation. We're talking about loss of limbs. No one asked me how I know it.
It's all right, Tifa. Cutlass and I'll bunk together tonight. I'll have him regale me with stories of his bard tales and play songs, and it'll keep his mind off of things.
I'm afraid there will not be much regaling tonight.
If you take responsibility for him, then whatever happens to him, you're at fault for.
I understand.
Alright. Cannot believe I'm trusting you guys.
I'm trusting Sue. She hasn't led us astray yet.
I'm gonna give you Cutlass's sword back there.
Okay.
Be like, I'm starting to talk about you as if you're not here. It's not fun.
Well, do you look a bit worse for wear? I take it you could use a rest.
Yes, please.
Well, I had.
Your rooms are always upstairs.
I take whatever is if you rotate it, whichever bar stool is like closest to the corner, away from everybody else.
Okay.
I sit there.
I'm heading upstairs, but first, I don't care if you have to fucking pour it in my mouth. Give me the stiffest drink you have.
I think we can arrange something. So,
I'll take a mild grog.
two of you over by the bar. Her. If over there. Zav, where would you like to be?
I'm gonna grab myself just a cider and go re-meet up with our drow friend.
There's a bunny rabbit over there.
Yep, there is also
The
one of the
baseball bat.
one of the Harrigans is still here. All right.
Zav, I don't know if you wanted to get like a big bowl of water and just put it on the porch for our vulture friend.
I think she's going to come in, as herself.
Speaking of which, what did you? How long were you gonna circle for?
Too much food. Oh my god.
Okay. So she's gonna be out there for a little bit.
And she's ready.
So you all get your drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how are you doing?
Been better.
Can see that.
You've stayed here this whole time.
Still trying to get my bearings a bit. Working through everything that's happened. The loss has returned to me, but so is everything else, so positive and negative in that.
No, it is.
Y'all have come a long way.
We have. Sorry, I'm just laughing at y'all.
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 Southern Australian.
Oh, he down under.
Yeah.
No.
We're in yawn now.
Been watching, been hearing. Doesn't seem like the nicest of places.
No.
Well, the end seems to go where it goes. Always seems to wind up where it needs to be. Don't quite understand how that works, but been beneficial so far. And hopefully it'll lead me to where I need to be at some point soon.
Where's that?
I don't rightly know yet.
Suppose there's time.
Yeah. More than now than I had before, so.
To tell you the truth, I think we're at a bit of a low point.
I see you don't have the entire group here. Hope the others are all right.
They've just blipped, as it were. We all tend to do that from time to time. No one's dead, so.
That's good. Yeah, it's been an interesting experience seeing you all appear and disappear.
Interesting experience doing it.
Got one of your mates tied up, I see.
He made a grave miscalculation in judgment, and unfortunately we're all having to deal with that fallout.
It's odd. You gotta do what's necessary to keep everyone safe, but all of us make mistakes on our own time. Hopefully you'll have a chance to right his.
Me too.
Oh, this is a nice place. And Elkhorn kind of steps forward to the bar. He's like,
Elkhorn!
what's the stiffest ale you got? Oh, I think the inn could provide for you. She draws him a drink. As he's kind of wafting that down, he turns toward Aoife. So, before you all defeated the last hag, you sent your friends back. You mentioned the place they should go. It's a academy, orphanage.
It was an academy. Now it's an orphanage. Much better.
What was the name?
Fergus.
Fergus.
Mm-hmm. He was my teacher.
Right.
And, like, basically the person who raised me when he found me, so it means a lot that they named it after him. There were some not so great people at the academy, people who I trusted when I shouldn't have, and things didn't end well. So seeing that it's now a better cause and knowing that my friends are there makes it a little better, I guess. Now I'm starting to think that maybe trusting people isn't so great after all.
Can be difficult. Sometimes people have the best intentions, and do the wrong thing. Sometimes people do the right thing and it doesn't matter anyway. I think trust has to be earned. When you weigh the mistake someone has made against you, against the other things, I think that's the balance. Have they done right? Have they done true by you beyond mistake? And do they want to make good on the mistake? It doesn't make what you have to go through for it any easier. The question really is, do you trust the person? And can you see that person through the mistake? I get the sense this Fergus taught you pretty well.
Yeah. He did. He taught me how it was right to be kind. And that even people that look like I do can still be good.
I've been around a long, long while. Being good or bad, it's all about who you are, not what you are. I've seen angels do the worst and devils give kindness.
I just hope that I can do right by him, make him proud. I hope that he's proud of me.
I couldn't imagine it otherwise. Oh, before I forget, Sue kind of rummages around behind the counter a little bit. The inn felt that you probably would have some need of these, and she pulls out a set of healing potions. 2 regular, 1 greater. And she pulls out a rather bulbous superior.
Who's the squishiest?
You're probably the most hurt right now.
I honestly wouldn't mind the greater. I'm okay. I could be doing better. Like
well, we're about to take a long rest.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
So we don't need to use them.
These are for later.
But yeah,
Oh, you're so right.
yeah, hold on. Who would like to hold these for what is to come?
I have
Boss fight.
I'll
boss
take the one
fight.
superior just because I have a lot of health, but I also take a lot of damage since I'm right at the front of it.
Mhm.
So
I have the bag of holding, so if we also don't want to divvy up the others, I can just want one.
True facts.
Do not give one to me.
Do not.
If I turn again,
Mm,
we don't want me using it to heal myself.
that is a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
So, Zoretic takes the Superior. Aoife takes the greater, and then the two of you want to split the regulars for now?
Sure.
Okay.
She's flying still.
So you'll hold on to the other.
I'll hold on to both of them, I
for her.
guess. Are we linked still, you and I?
There isn't a like link thing, so she would have to. She can talk to you, but I don't think you can talk back presently
Gotcha.
because you've not cast that. Well, I suppose I could use some rest. Amidor, shall we retire? Yeah, I'll join you. I think it's been a long day. So the three of your compatriots head upstairs. She is just as she's like. So see you all in the morning.
Come, Cutlass, to our room. You can tell me about your adventures before this place.
Another time, perhaps.
Okay,
I just
And
need
Anna.
to rest.
I understand.
Anna heads in just as the two of you are starting to head up the stairs. So, sort of see each other in passing. Then continue on unless you say anything. So that leaves Anna, Aoife, and Zav downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
I will retire for the eve. Yeah.
Aoife turns from the bar, heads past. Do you make eye contact, say anything, or just...
Nope.
Okay.
I think the implication is are we talking or not? Because it's only us two left, and I'm like with the drow, and that's about it. Oh, I was not sorry. I mean, I will, glance up when you come in and just keep track of you, basically.
And you do also have her health potion, too.
I do, yes. Okay. Well, hand you your health potion before you go.
Okay, so you head up as well. Okay.
Eventually, once we're done. Hang on, sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Yep, one potion. Yep. Won't stay up too terribly late, but yeah.
Oh yeah, long rest. Fuck yeah.
Okay, so you all head up to your rooms. There are 2 separate rooms, each with 3 beds. So, obviously, Cutlass and Zaretic
Mm-hmm.
took one. Aoife, did you go to the other room then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just went straight to bed.
So, Anna, when you get up there, you have a choice between the room with Cutlass and Zaretic or the room with Aoife.
Oh, she's
Okay.
coming. Okay.
Damn, that's cold.
She wants to keep an eye.
Zav eventually comes up and joins Aoife in the other room. Partway through the night, Cutlass, you awaken. And there's winds outside.
And that's just in my head.
You're hearing it in the winds outside.
I'm going to, as quietly as I can, walk over to the window and see if I can see anything out of it.
Is that for me or? Okay. So you're over the window. Gazing out, you see an ethereal shape sort of shifting past the window, moving around toward where the front of the inn would be.
Does it look... Can I make out anything about this shape?
Give me a perception.
21.
21. It's like a specter, but it's got that sort of eerie bluish greenish light to it. The features are subdued because of the light coming off of it, but there are similarities to Amatio.
Is there some sort of check that I can make to see whether or not I'm hallucinating this or whether it's real? Or do I just have to feel it out?
I don't think there's a check. You can pinch yourself to see if you're dreaming. But I don't think there's a check on this.
Okay.
Is there no way for Anna and I to kind of like rouse ourselves to know that
I'm going to say what he's done so far hasn't been enough to rouse, but if he tries to leave the room, it's going to be a stealth check.
I should have roped his hand in my hand. That's what I should have done.
Hindsight.
Too late now.
I'm not going to leave the inn. But I am going to try to go out into this way, into this like outer room here, and try to go to the opposite window.
Okay, so getting closer to the front.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll say you kind of come down here to this window.
Okay, stealth check?
Yeah, so do stealth at advantage because they're sleeping.
Thank God for advantage. That's a 27.
27. Yeah, you guys do not rouse. So you head over to this other window, and you are actually able to open the grates on the window outside. You can feel that there's a presence of some kind there. You wouldn't, from this point, you wouldn't be able to go out because like where you went out before, there was a ledge and a place where you could still be sort of part of the inn. If you stepped out from here, you would be outside the inn, and this window you can tell is not meant to be exited from.
Okay.
But you can open it to sort of see better. Or
yeah, I'm gonna open it to peer out of, but I'm not gonna try to leave.
Okay.
Because if the inn is a safe haven for me, I'm not about to leave it.
Mm-hmm. So you open the window, and the specter does sort of like glide around the front and sees you and glides up towards you, and the outline, the look of it is Donatio.
dreaming this?
I can't come in there, and it seems you can't come out to here.
That would be a bad idea. I've dug myself into a hole, though. I'm not sure what to do. I am a liability at every stage to every person, as long as I am here. You should have seen me earlier. When I first got here this evening, I was beat to shit. Tied up in an entire 30 feet of rope, and not in the fun way.
And he laughs. Yes, we've both had our positive and our negative experiences with rope. We're all liabilities. The moment you and I met, I was a liability to you. I knew I was always a weakness to you that they could potentially use or exploit to get to you. But you stayed anyway.
Of course I did. Just when I think I found another family, I suppose. All I do is let them down.
Is that all you do?
It sure feels like it lately.
I don't think lately. Even lately. Is it the only thing you do?
I suppose that depends on who you ask. But ultimately, no. I don't think so, at least. I hope so.
They're angry with you.
Rightfully.
It's understandable. But they're also still here. They also let you still be here. We both have had our experiences with abandonment. We know it's a very easy thing for many people, and they have not. Let them be angry. You understand that, but accept too that they're still here.
All right. I think I can manage that.
Tara must have blessed me to visit you like this. The walls seem thinner here. It's like a thin space. And you know from Binathan, in Asteria, there is a 13th guardian that is not spoken of broadly, known as Noctera. She is the Dark Lady, the Mistress, Guardian of the Night. She is someone who tends to assist in the transition, and from what you've experienced both yourself and what you've witnessed with some of the others experiencing as of late, it seems like Yon is one of those spaces where here and the beyond is the thinnest. And you think to yourself about hither, thither, and yon. Present, past, the future. But yon also being a term for the beyond, or the future of what's next. And you think you understand how this has come to be possible.
Is there like a check that I would make for that, or?
I would say this is just something with what everyone else has gone through at this point, you come to realize that there are points and places here where the veil is thinner and connections are possible. I've stayed with you as much as I can. I've watched all this time.
Have you?
You've built quite a reputation for yourself.
It would seem that way, especially to the people here at this inn. They've been with us through all of it.
You're changing things. You're saving people, helping people.
I was not sure what I was getting into when I came to this realm. I barely knew of its existence. But knowing that me being here means that I'm near to you gives me comfort.
I'll stay as close as I can, as long as I can. I am concerned about prophecy, the eclipse.
Well, we think we have a solution to that.
I hope so.
If not, I suppose there are other possible alternatives we would need to consider.
I'll beseech the mistress, see if she can shed any light on it. It just feels incomplete. There must be something more. The idea of the eclipse, the passing of two bodies. The light and the dark. I may be worrying for nothing. I just don't want you running into a situation where you could get hurt and
Gotten hurt pretty bad. But I've managed. I always do.
that you do. And you see the mists are kind of passing a little bit, and each time a touch more of him fades and doesn't quite fully come back. It's bit by bit. Feels like he's being drawn back away.
And as he's leaving, I'm just gonna go, thank you, my love. I needed this.
I will always be here. I will always love you.
And now you.
I think somewhere deep down, they do as well.
Oh, Jesus.
And we will take our break there.
Sad.
Next corner.
Oh, you want me to sing it? Oh, okay. When we come back, before we leave, I want her to leave the room, and I want to have a private conversation with him at some point. Just a heads up. I don't want us to like get past that.
Yeah.
Should we go ahead and take or give ourselves long rest?
Yeah, go ahead and do the long
Yeah,
rest.
I did that.
Like that.
I did the long rest.
I'm back up from 5 HP.
You got better.
Somehow got rocked there.
Body, digest all the food, please, because
God, 40 points of damage, and I still didn't break away. I gotta pee.
got your seeds.
So many seeds.
Oh my gosh. Ooh, catch up.
So Allison was rehearsing with the A sisters tonight at the other Allison's place, and they were making food, and apparently she burned something so bad that she had to put a fire out.
Whoa! So dear.
Oh, Thai peppers, Jesus.
All the food?
It's a lot. Kale.
Oh, you're playing.
No.
There's a little bit of...
Everybody done with mac and cheese?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you're welcome to have the rest of that grandpa one. Still a little bit left.
Fight, 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 fight. Oh! You didn't have attack of opportunity. Alphonse. You're not watching. What?
She's sorry for...
Oh. It's okay. I mean, Eve was pissed.
I saw her have to be like this, and I was
Right.
like, well, we all know. I mean, I feel bad for all the shit we're having to say about Cutlass.
I know.
Yeah. That's why he's like, I'm sorry we're all talking about you like you're not here.
No, I wrote a lovely speech that I want to say to him before we leave
Aww.
as my paladin. Hopefully, since I don't know that his spirits got lifted, so. Hey now.
You're an
You're an
all-star.
all-star.
Air 5.
Are they fighting? Oh, get him. Oh, get him.
Oh,
What was that?
That was neat.
that was a side dodge.
They're a little nicer. My cat will like growl. She'll be like, and they're fine. Then I'll see them like licking each other's faces an hour later. They play rough. They play dirty.
My favorite is like when they're
Hey, do you want to
cuddling.
do you need something in the kitchen?
I kind of do, come to think of
Oh
it.
my gosh. Maybe let's both go there.
Yeah, I mean, how convenient
Yeah,
is that? We both need some-
give Brandon a show.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Drugs.
Drugs.
So did you have to go buy a whole bunch of COVID tests and stuff?
I bought a 5-pack.
Okay. Because I know when Allison bought hers, she paid like $20 for like one.
Yeah.
So expensive these days.
Target had 5-pack for $40. So.
Oh, that's not bad.
Let me just do that.
Yeah, we had like 2 at home, but they were both like expired 2022.
Oh, yeah.
Leftovers from the free ones from USPS.
Mm-hmm. I wish they'd picked that up.
Yeah, I wish they had too.
Yeah, that shit gets expensive.
Yeah, knock on wood, I haven't. Other than when I went to Minneapolis, I haven't gotten sick during the past 2 shows, so I'm trying to stay as healthy as possible until after Disney, basically.
Yeah.
Is work going okay? Take that as a not so much.
It's getting there, but it's still just a clusterfuck.
Head kisses. Don't forget your dices and dice, Jill, Damien.
Thank you. Maybe it's learned its lesson.
Maybe.
Has it served its time?
Well, let's see what it rolls.
On that stealth check to get out of the room, I rolled with advantage. The dice were a natural 16 and a natural 1.
Oh God!
Back it goes.
Thank
yeah.
God for initiative.
Back it goes. It did not learn its lesson. Rolled an 8.
Minnie's left.
This one needs to get some bad rolls out of it. Okay, that's good. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Leave it at that.
I'll watch you turn the corner and go. Ba-boom-boom. And goodbye. Until tomorrow.
I turned the crock pot off, but the meatballs should be still pretty good if anybody wants some more.
Meatballs, I forgot. I was gonna have some. Sorry.
Meet the bug.
Oh, sorry.
You'll just have to. I'll unlock it. Well, I closed it up just in case.
Right?
Yeah, it's just the
Oh, the set, yeah.
the little pieces right here. Maybe I'll fix maybe
59.
59.
Oh, you've already beaten me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Said the final payment to Allison for Disney.
Ooh.
I no longer owe her money.
I want to go to Disney, but it is so expensive.
We found a good deal. So for both of us combined, flights and the stay, to do all 4 parks over like 6 days with the rest day built in, it was $1,400 per person.
Oh, that's not bad.
So
Yeah, as far as Disney trips go, that's a really good deal.
and that's staying on property.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and that's for $1,400 for 6 days at Disney World. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, so we'll do all 4 parks. We'll have a rest day in between, which we'll do like a Disney Springs or something. But the flights themselves were I think like $350 or $4, and then we did the hotel rooms and the tickets separately because they had a deal on tickets where it was like $99 a day, so it was like $400 for the tickets per person, and then the hotel was like $223 per day. But I mean, between the two of us, not that
that's
bad.
not bad.
Mm-hmm.
So all in all, like normally if you're trying to do like a full 4-park thing, it's like per person usually like $2,500, but we did it for almost half of that.
Nice.
So
That's awesome.
So yeah, and I was the one that instigated it because I haven't been to Disney yet this year, and she has. She went to Disneyland with Carissa in March, May, something like that.
I don't remember the last time. Oh, no, I do. Last time we went to Disney World was February of 2020.
Oh wow!
Right before the pandemic. I
Wow.
went for my sister's wedding, and we did all 4 parks in one day.
Oh my god!
That's
Oh,
insanity.
did you have to skip a bunch of rides?
Yeah, we only went and did our favorite rides.
Gotcha.
But still, we stepped foot in every park, and we did Rise of the Resistance, and it just come out, so it was still like.
All the good parts were before they like scrapped a whole bunch of shit and like changed it.
No, it was when it was still like breaking down a lot.
Ah, gotcha.
That's
what Tiana's is like right now. I heard
Yeah.
just like having to break down all the time.
They're still gonna work out the kinks.
Yeah. Those animatronics, though.
That's why I want to go to Tokyo Disney because
Yes,
they have like the best animatronics.
they have like a Tangled ride,
Yeah,
and it's so good.
I mean, I see the Beauty of the Beast ride when they do like the Beast transforming into the Prince, and I'm like, what the? How the fuck did they do that?
Right? I know I want to go really bad.
Plus, Tokyo. It's just they only have 2 parks, and they have Tokyo Disney and then Tokyo Disney SeaWorld or whatever like that.
Okay.
It's like a water / like animal park thing. Then you can just do Tokyo Universal and then go to like Mario World.
Joey?
Also, I like Japan because doesn't Japan not have a military straight up?
No, they do.
They have defensive military, but they it's like an edict that they don't make offensive military.
It happened after World War II. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a peaceful place, ideally.
So you all come to in the morning, and let's see. So Zredek, you wanted to wait until Anna left the room and try to have a private conversation.
Yes.
With Cutlass. Okay.
Did you leave the room? Okay.
So,
Cutlass, I had to write this out. I want you to know, as a paladin, I judge a person on their character and actions. Yes, sending your flesh to Endelin was in the end not a good idea. But at the time you wanted to throw her off our stench, and I can appreciate that. I've seen you fight to defend us and the helpless people of this realm on several occasions. Yes, some of our group are mad at you, but they also are here for you, to break the curse and heal you if needed. We'll get through this together. And then I offer you my hand.
Funnily enough, you're the second person to tell me that.
Interesting.
You're the second person to tell me that in the last few hours.
I wasn't paying attention to anything that was happening last night, honestly.
Interesting.
Interesting.
So how to sleep?
Right? I'm just gonna do like a little eye nod. Okay. Let's move on.
So, unless any of you want to have conversations upstairs or anything, have the group of you sort of regroup downstairs.
Oh wait, I wanted to have a talk with Anna.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
Do you want to be? Well, we'll say you were sort of like waiting out in the common area here for Anna to leave the room. So she leaves before this conversation happens, but she closes the door behind her. You get the sense that you'll probably have a few moments here.
Okay.
So it's the two of you in the common area. Common area upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You just scratching the post.
Listen.
Strong opening. 10 out of 10.
I know you feel like that was the only choice that you could have made. And so I respect that in the moment, that is what you did. However, I feel like my well-being should be worth more than that. To someone who I've been with for a long time, and I've grown to trust. And when I've been out of line, you've told me wrong, and I respected it, I understood. I don't know, just that hurt me in more ways than just physical.
Thunderstorm.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
Thanks.
Do you want me to read out loud what you said? Okay. No, it's immersive. No one gets to know. Well, I know that.
This is hilarious, just getting one side.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, that's right, I did bring more. Did I leave it over there? Son of a bitch.
Cool. I'm good to go. Yeah.
That was easy.
Aoife stands up. Are you kind of leaving in a huff, or are you just leaving?
I'm just wandering off.
Okay. Is it almost contemplative?
Yeah, I'll say I'm just like I've said what I've had to say, and cool.
Okay.
Just leaving it there.
So, Aoife heads downstairs. I'm assuming you'll probably wait a minute, but not wanting to be around when they come out. Well, do you want to be around when they come out of the room, or are you gonna head downstairs? Yeah. You're waiting for them? Okay. Okay, so about 10 minutes or so pass, and the two of them come out of the room and see the two of you see Anna sitting in the area. Zav, what's your morning look like?
I think he's actually probably
the kids
beat them
do
all
these days.
downstairs.
He went down first. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Okay.
I do it that way. I do it with the index
Oh.
up and middle down. I don't do.
Yeah.
No, see, I have index up and then middle and or
Yeah,
index
I do
down
it
and
with
middle
my thumb.
up.
Oh, like
So-
the big one?
Yeah, like the big one, but then just remove.
Oh,
So-
I like that. Isn't that how it is? Isn't that the emoji? Is like that?
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
Anything between the three of you?
I'm just gonna say Anna. And
Run away.
not run away, just like walk past, like, you know,
Run! Run!
I thought you were walking
Okay.
away.
So Zredek heads downstairs. Cutlass exits shortly after him. You notice Anna just eyeing you fiercely, but doesn't say anything.
I'm just going to give a look of understanding and leave the room.
Okay, so you head down as well. You follow them afterwards. Okay, so you'll head downstairs. So we're gonna go back in time slightly. So Zav, you were up first and downstairs. Was there anyone there that you wanted to talk to or interact with? Still the same patrons as the night before.
Honestly, yeah. I mean, if the it's gonna sound like a broke record, but if the trow's still there, like it's just kind of a familiar sight at this point.
Yeah.
Like him and Sue. Just like, do you ever sleep?
No.
Zav has the hots for the drow.
What? No, he would never. What? No. That's preposterous.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah, me too. Yep.
We'll get to that in a moment. So first off,
Goodness.
I'll actually say you were down first, and maybe about 20 or so minutes later, Octavian comes down the stairs.
Gotcha.
I'd romance Dritz Doverden.
You have a good rest?
Not bad. You?
This place provides. It's interesting.
Hey.
That was so cute.
Interesting how?
Whether I sleep 4 hours or 12, it always seems that I come down at the same time as most everyone else. Right, unsettling sometimes, but I suppose it works well either way.
Guess it doesn't like people being alone over much.
The inn does seem to try to pull people together. It's very true. Might have been nice to have that before.
Sorry, what did he say?
Might have been nice to have that
Ah,
before.
thank you. Before?
Before I lost my love. But
I'm totally eavesdropping.
so you're not quite down yet. This is happening before.
Dang it, okay, never mind.
Bunch of gossipers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. I know how it goes. Somewhat.
Somewhat.
Well, the only person I had that sort of connection with, as far as I know, he's not dead, but we lost touch. I hope he's not dead.
You know where he is.
I wouldn't even know where to start looking.
Well, someone like you wouldn't know where to start looking.
Well, no, he could be quite literally anywhere. And in any case, I don't even know if he remembers me.
You feel pretty strongly about this person for them not to be able to remember you.
Sorry, will you say that again, please?
You seem to feel very strongly about this person for them to potentially not be able to remember you.
Oh. Gosh, we were just kids.
How'd you know this person?
We were kids, really. It was a sort of a summer romance, you could say. Well, fall romance, more like. But his parents were migrant workers, and they came to town for the apple harvest, and my mother is one of the managers there and got them to work, and their son was about the same age as me, and we just hit it off. But harvest season ended, and they left, and that was that.
Fall romance. The first?
We were only 16, so yes.
First for them as well. You think they don't remember you?
Well,
Do you think it's possible to forget your first romance?
I don't know. I haven't had one since, so...
As someone who's had a few, let me tell you, you always remember your first. It sounds to me like you've got a potential lead of where to follow up. If the family was migrants, if they were working different areas, is it not a regular thing where you're from?
Not really. People tend to find Springbrook and they usually stay. Or they are passing through on business elsewhere. It's not like people to just pull up stakes and never come back.
Maybe you just need to find someone else who already has. They might be able to point you in the right direction.
Well, I mean, it's even assuming that we make it back. And in any case, it might be for the best. It's been, God's what, 15 years at least.
15 years, but you're still thinking of them.
Well, I mean, who doesn't think of things?
Right. Precisely. That point.
That's in character, by the way.
Yeah.
1000% exactly what he said.
Precisely my point. 15 years and you're still thinking about them. I'd wager they're still thinking about you. And maybe there's nothing to be had there, but maybe there is. If there isn't, you're where you are now. But if there is, who knows?
Well,
I'm not saying drop everything and go gallivanting off right now, but if on your path you might find your way to them, best to follow up than just leave it be.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, in any lead, I think might be some sort of sign, but otherwise things are fine as they have been.
I'd say about this time, the two of you come downstairs. Actually, Aoife, you would have come downstairs first.
Mm-hmm.
So you would have come downstairs for the very tail end of this.
Okay.
So did you want to try to stealth in on this?
Yes.
So
Oh, boy.
roll stealth for me first.
Well, everybody thinks of things.
18.
18 definitely beats your passive, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So roll perception for me.
8.
8.
I'm a perceptive person.
You do get bits of this. It's not nothing, but you are. Sleuthing has never been your strongest suit, and you're too worried about getting spotted to get too close to get every word. So you've picked up bits and pieces. You know that there's a person, something about a fall romance, and you know that that Octavian is encouraging Zav on something. That's about what you've gleaned.
And Aoife immediately goes, did he have a sordid romance with this drow?
She's saying that out loud?
No, I'm thinking this to myself. And so I try to just kind of hide in the corner and wait for them to get there.
Okay. So yeah, a couple minutes later, toward the end of the conversation, they come down the steps.
Would I be able to look over and like
I would
see the drow talking
I would
to
say
him?
you make an insight check.
Yes. My insight is fine, I guess.
Fine.
But
Oh my god, it's a nat 20. Oh my god.
So you come.
Sam sides, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, I put my cup down. Like, okay, so coming off the heels,
Natural 20 sets coming.
coming off the heels of your reconnection with Donatio last night, of understanding connections between people, and then being who and what you are, as you come down the steps, you turn and look over, and you immediately discern the conversation between Octavian and Zav being definitely about something to do with a romance. You don't hear any of the conversation, but you're able to pick up like subtle hue changes of Zav's face.
Can smell it.
You see him like shifting kind of uncomfortably. You can tell he's talking about being interested in somebody. He's opening up to this person.
Oh God.
Don't know any of the details, but it is plain as day to you. This is about some kind of romantic connection.
I just see Zap to be a little shy boy. And he's like, I have never seen this man do such a thing.
Interesting.
So you finish coming down the stairs, having sort of discerned this. You do sort of look over, see the two, because while Cutlass can be fairly subtle coming down the steps, full plate armor tends to make some racket coming down the stairs. So Zoretic coming down definitely
Clang,
gets
clang,
your attention.
Charlie.
As of course yours as well.
Are you singing that as we're coming
I don't think that's an actual thing from our old realm. I don't think that's an actual song.
I don't know. Maybe it's
amazing,
could be in the D&D realm.
And obviously, Aoife,
I love that.
You see them coming down as well.
I kind of want that to be canon.
Right?
If anything, I feel like my character would be singing something like, you know, if you like pina coladas or something.
So, but that's in the D&D. If you like pina colada.
And it would be like kind of off pitch, obviously, because my character can't sing.
Octavian is the guy whose heart
Canon,
we
your
gave
character.
back to.
Canon, my
Yes.
character can't really
Clang,
sing.
clang, clang.
Okay,
like a
I'm gonna
trolley.
sort of make my way over there with my lute out, and I'm gonna be playing a little bit.
Okay.
Good morning,
Morning.
Octavian. How's the heart treating you?
You know,
You look a lot less physically blue than you were before, so that's good. You have a lot more circulation happening,
very true.
which
No,
is to be expected.
I'm very happy to have it back. With the heart comes the potential of heartache, but also all the good things that come with it. And I'm experiencing those a lot more.
Yes. Both sides to every. It's important to experience every emotion you can.
Having experienced none, I heartily agree.
Oh. Is that pun intended?
Having experienced no emotions for a period of time.
Right, that's heartily.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna look over at Zaf for a second, and I'm gonna look back at Octavian. You know, come to think of it, Zav, you are pretty much. You are a very big reason why any of us are still alive right now.
Oh.
You've done some. I'm trying to talk him up.
Zap has no idea what's happening right now.
So, let's see. Are you just trying to get him to open up, sort of like
Trying to be a wingman.
I'm trying to wingman. I'm trying to.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Wingman.
Yeah, I'm being a literal wingman.
Gotcha. Okay. Roll.
Persuasion?
Roll performance.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I like that.
30.
Holy shit!
We're gonna be staying in the sin a little bit longer, apparently.
The reason you're all alive.
Holy fuck.
Oh, I wouldn't say it.
Yes.
That's quite impressive.
I wouldn't say that.
He's a very, very gifted healer.
I
He's been there for all of us when we've needed him most. And he packs a hell of a punch.
I do.
You do?
Well, I can certainly attest to some of the benefits of his and spell casting, so.
Oh, that's just a simple remove curse. Any decent caster could have done that. Any decent caster can do that after a few years of study. It's no big deal.
Well,
Aoife kind of like comes up and she's like kind of joining the circle a little bit.
Oh my god! Amazing.
loving this.
You seem more chipper today.
Yes. Well, I slept on it. It was a good sleep.
One time, he saved me from a burning building.
No?
Yes,
building?
you totally did.
What?
Mm-hmm. And one time, there was this natural disaster. And he saved everybody in it.
Make a deception check, brother.
Even though she's a tiefling, she's not charismatic. 15.
15. That's pretty good, actually. Burning building. And natural disaster, you say?
Yeah.
Well, it was
he
more
doesn't.
like-
He doesn't want to talk about it.
There were some air elementals we had to deal with this one time. It was a massive tornado.
Oh yeah. It was intense, but man, he was all over it. Yeah, he's got some just divine power, you know, like something about him. Just
That does.
like if you look like here,
He
look.
is
Have you?
absolutely scarlet.
Oh yeah. Have you ever looked deep into his eyes before? You should give it a try.
And then as soon as that happens, Cullis is just gonna start playing a little tiny romantic ditty.
I am so sorry.
Can't say that I have not noticed his eyes, but in fact they're quite beautiful.
Alright.
Anyway, what I'm saying is, Zav, thank you for being a wonderful, wonderful person. We would not be here without you.
Yeah.
Now I could use a drink. Aoife, would you like to come with me?
Absolutely. Octavian. Good morning.
Morning to you.
Is that
You guys just like.
I'm gonna offer my hand for a 5.
I kind of look at it and I just kind of here, bring your hand up. I kind of go because it's a wing, so I don't really know.
No, I have hands too.
Yeah, the wings are off the back and
Like it's an actual like humanoid hand. It's a human arm.
It's a human arm.
Yes. He's had
Not
he
the
has-
wings, but he's got wings and
he has
human arms.
both.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought they were like little claws. I thought you were like an
Like it's
anthropomorphic
T-Rex.
bird.
Well, he has talons on his feet, yeah, but
But then you just have like
Yeah.
human hands.
No, yeah, I have arms. See?
oh damn.
Yeah.
Look at that. Ignore me, guys.
yeah.
See? Yeah.
And I'm gonna go get a light alcoholic beverage from
Okay.
the bar.
Sue kind of looks. Bit of hair of a dog for you, huh?
Oh, this was fun.
I'm gonna ask the barkeep for a
excited to pass
prune
around
juice. Is there something like it?
And she, give me a minute. She kind of like goes around, kind of rummages in the back for a moment. Having been in the inn before, you do get the sense that like most things that you ask for, the inn, like she doesn't know where it is, but she knows if she goes and looks for it, she's going to find it.
Gotcha.
I've never had this much fun with Zav since we met his parents. That was quite a day.
I don't believe I met his parents.
Oh my god. It was amazing.
He sold me the bow that I have.
And my
I
shield!
rarely use it,
You made this for me.
but in a pinch, I have some range.
Actually, you went to the capital. You would have had to have been with somebody because you were 10.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know if your mother or father accompanied you?
Probably both, honestly.
Okay.
Because I don't imagine that they went very far from each other. Certainly really not outside of town without the other.
Okay. So you recall having met him as a child.
Yeah.
You did not interact with his parents.
Yeah.
But being a paladin of the core and always sort of being aware of your surroundings, you saw this kid and me like, who is this connected to?
Okay.
And you know that, so you know what his parents look like.
Okay.
So you have
Never met them, but I've seen them before.
So that kind of brings back around to you the whole connection of like Zoretic having met Zav as a child, having seen his parents then.
Mm-hmm.
So the various connections there.
Well, we just need Anna to get here and we can make our way.
So Anna was not actually too far behind after you came on the steps. And as you're all sort of reminiscing, getting your breakfasts, getting your bits of grog and everything, the others also come down to join you during this time. Which, suddenly dawns on you, they were not in your space, in your room. They were apparently had their own room that was through the sort of portal upstairs.
Okay.
Oh, I'm glad to see you all again. I was worried when you didn't come up last night. But it seems you're all here, so...
We went up, what? We went up eventually.
Yeah, we all went up.
And Sue comes back around with the... Oh, darling, it's a fact of the inn. When you went up to your room, it was a different space than when they went up to theirs.
Oh.
They both went upstairs.
Astro pockets and shit like that. I get it. Okay. This place is so cool.
And Sue kind of smiles. It's served me well through the years. Just
I feel
wish Natasha was still here. Still haven't found her, and I don't like to think that she might have been around the palace during any of the time that this happened, but
if she was, we will find her.
Keep searching for her, and as I say, you've given me hope for the future. The past has been so awful, and it's still difficult today that she's not here, but you all haven't heard anything of her.
Not to that I can recall.
Well, we'll remind you guys, when you were in Moonlurch, there was the portrait.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I didn't want to.
Oh,
I was gonna say, I thought somebody had already told her
Yes.
about that.
Nope, nobody said anything. Nobody said a word to her yet.
Oh.
Where was Loomlarch?
Rescued the children.
Oh.
And then there was the portal, and then someone tripped and fell into it.
So it was a portrait, and there were sort of like barbed briars along the wall. When Will brushed across it, the portrait changed from her into his Oni form. So the portrait shows somebody who has been cut by the briars going through that room.
Well.
Oh, come to think of it. We saw her in a portrait at Loomerch.
She was at Loomerch.
We have reason to believe that she was there.
I'm just not remembering this.
So she wasn't trapped at the palace. She's moving around the realms.
It's hard to tell.
Or she could be still in thither.
I mean, who knows how long ago that portrait was left? How long ago it had changed? We can never be too sure, but it is possible that she's just wandering out there somewhere. If that is the case, the inn goes where it is needed, does it not?
Mm-hmm.
That it does. It's brought us here. And you actually at that feel the inn sort of and like come to a stop. Again, the inn, you don't feel the movement as it's happening, but it seems to want to indicate to you at times when it begins or ends its movements.
Speaking of, is this our cue, do you think?
Sue kind of like leans over toward one of the windows and is like, pretty sure this one's for all of you, but hopefully it will lead me on to Natasha next.
I hope for the best.
Well, since our dear friend Eric isn't here to say it, does anybody want a peanut? Thank you, Sue.
Yeah, out of solidarity, since Eric isn't here, I walk up to her now.
You saunter over.
I saunter, right. I saunter.
Saunter over and give a little shoulder.
Till we meet again.
So we meet again.
All right. Well, I'm gonna tuck my wings in and like put my arms over them.
Yeah, let's.
Here we go.
Tie you up.
Time with the rope.
I'll also tie a portion of the rope to my hand so that we're together.
Aw. It's like I'm on a leash.
So as you go to exit the inn, you notice the inn is stopped as close as possible to the mountaintop with the 8 pillars.
Is this where the lightning?
This was where you saw like sort of an orange light for a moment, and then it went out.
Okay.
Looking out from the inn, there does not seem to be a good path around this, because this space was sort of in your path on the way to the castle, and you're considering sort of going around it. But you're looking at it now and where you are, there's not an easy path around this. It's basically either through or you can go back down the mountain and try to find another path around.
Question, Zav or Red?
Oh, that's right. I do have the ability to cast that spell.
You two have... Either one of you has protection from evil and good, like Eric, correct?
I do. I'm not sure if Sav does, but I do.
I think in this instance, it would be a good idea if you're willing to use the spell.
And you can
use it, untie me for a bit. I can scout out the area and report back what I have.
I do have it, but it's not prepared.
But you did just have a long rest, so you could change things out if you wanted. Because I think clerics can change every long rest.
I believe that's true.
I think so.
So, I'll kind of retcon and say that like you all would have discussed some of these things last night as well about this, and so that it may have occurred to you to desire this.
So, unless you have it and you want to do it.
I just want to take a look and see if I.
It also depends what you'd be giving up, because like dispel magic or remove curse might be useful things to have. You might not want to get rid of.
Yeah.
It's all about balance.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I mean, he is tied up.
My
And-
protection of good and evil just says I need to have concentration. It doesn't say I have to prepare it at all.
You still have a list of prepared spells.
Oh, that's right.
So-
Let me take a look at my prepared spells.
And I believe paladins might also be able. Yeah.
Yeah, they can
Paladins can
change
also
on,
change
on,
them
a,
out
on
at
every
dawn.
bonus as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure when it.
Protection from good and evil is always prepared.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Well, there
it's
you
part,
go.
part of your like.
It's part of my kit.
That's, yeah,
There you go. That's the.
So
Yeah, let's do that then. I don't want to. I love you, buddy, but man, there's some good shit I don't want to give up.
all right, I cast protection from good and evil on you. It lasts for 10 minutes.
So
Right, we don't have much time.
we'll say sort of as you're leaving, and I'll go through this and we'll kind of start from there. So as you leave, the inn itself seems to pick up and then sets off in its own direction, kind of back a little bit the way that it came. 8 columns of rock reach skyward, forming a ring around a deep crater lake. Rough-hewn steps spiral up each of the columns, and a rowboat is moored on the lake shore next to one of them. I'm going to change angle of the camera a little bit here. So in the distance here, you can see there's a boat next to the one over there.
Can we see the creatures flying in the thing?
I will get to those in just a moment. A torch-bearing figure trudges up the stairs on the column nearest to the rowboat. 3 winged beasts with antlers and large ravenish bodies shout and call with laughter as they circle and wheel around it. You can see another tower with a light atop and a 4th creature circling, waiting. So at this tower, you see a creature sort of circling around. And then over at this one, you see the person making their way up the pillar and the various creatures hovering. So I am going to wait to put people in because this is a huge map.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll drop you guys where you want to be in a minute. As the figure reaches the top of the tower and sets a flame on the large copper brazier there, the closer creature lets out a shriek and dives close past the fire atop the other tower, and a blast of wind that follows snuffs the flame out. So, yes.
Interesting.
The flame goes out on that one. And the flame lit on this one. So the person sort of trudges their way back down the steps of this tower, heads toward the boat, and seems to be making their way toward another one of the pillars as the winged creatures continue to follow them. So say they are going to move from this one.
It really is taking up your resources, ain't it?
This map is enormous. This is probably the biggest map I've personally built. So
Look at that frame rate.
It's like we're in the dial-up era, man.
So what would you like to do? You approach the individual. Oh, I should say, you also look out onto the lake, and in the middle of the lake is a similar creature, much larger.
Lovely. Great.
I want to maybe go inspect a pillar.
Okay.
Or at least head in that direction.
Yeah, if there's
So you want to head toward the closer one to you here? The one that was snuffed out a minute ago. I'll say this creature actually goes over toward
The other one.
the other one here.
Wait.
Now that they've made their way over, and one of these creatures is actually staying put with this, while the others kind of are following and pestering at him. There's one here. Is it?
I think it's a little bit further to the right from where you had it.
Do this.
Oh, now it's drowned.
Yeah. Where did you go?
Now it's really down there.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to recover that.
Well, that's one less creature
Can
that
we
we
just-
have to fight.
Can that be canon that the vulture just drowns?
Jumped into the water.
He just forgets how to
You
fly
come
and it's just
back.
like...
Jack,
The raven was like, well,
Can we just
fuck
get
this.
out?
Jack.
It saw us coming and got too scared and was like, oh, well, we're done.
Imagine.
Well, I'm fucked.
Just see us. Never comes back up.
Jack, come back. There's a boat. Jack.
We both could have fit on that piece of wood.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have stayed afloat. Oh, I'm so mad at that. I'm like, you could have fit. Just because you could have fit doesn't mean that they wouldn't have sank.
I wonder if I.
I love the memes that have come from that, though.
Yes.
I'll bet I didn't have.
Pretty sure
flying enabled on that
Mythbusters
last one, so
busted
once it
that.
dropped into the water, it dropped all the way through the map. Because yeah, it's a lot. Anyway, that creature's staying over there. The others are following this guy over to this tower. You guys are heading toward the closer one here.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least that's what I looked.
All right, so I will place you guys down there.
Am I protected at the moment?
Yeah, so we've started the clock.
Okay.
On that.
I'm going to survey the area. There are enough flying creatures that I am going to be relatively easy to pick out. I'm going to have to be invisible for a little bit. I swear to you I will be back here before this spell is done.
We are a democracy.
Oh yeah, I gotta untie myself from him too.
And untie him.
Well, that I already did.
Oh.
I trust in him.
So you're all over at this tower.
Besides, he knows that if he's not back in time, Anna will just cone of cold him again and almost kill him.
That's true.
Don't really want that to happen. So, I will be timely.
Okay, so you cast invisibility on yourself.
Yep.
And, okay, you're gonna fly about a little bit. So where would you like to go? This is a very large map, so you probably won't be able to get all the way around it. I'll say it's probably taken about 2 minutes of your time already, just getting down front, because you were delivered basically back up here. So it took about
Gotcha.
2 minutes to get down to this.
So you don't think would I have enough time to just fly in a circle around the pillars, or is that too wide?
Around the whole pillar? All of the pillars?
Yeah.
Around the lake, no, you're not going to make that in 10 minutes.
Shit.
You could, I would say within about 4 minutes, hit the two closer ones here, and then sort of circle back past if you wanted to try to get a closer look at the big one.
Let's do that.
Okay. So you travel over, say, to the first pillar, and you notice what looks to be an elf, fairly well dressed, kind of snazzy, who's going from the boat. I'm gonna grab the boat. Going from the boat and climbing up toward the new tower.
The Dark Tower.
I really wish they would make that into a TV series.
That is not helpful. So you can see he's, again, fairly well adorned and everything. Actually has some like gold sort of leafing through and around the sides of his hair. And he looks very sort of worn and sort of trudging, but still set upon this task of like trying to light this beacon, even though the other was just snuffed out.
Beacon's all lit.
For the tower, you see the other creatures, they seem to be kind of taunting him, pestering at him. The tower itself is fairly unremarkable. It's just a tower with a staircase and then a ladder up to the top. And there's
Do that for?
a brazier at the top that seems to be filled with coals. So it's ready to be lit, and there are fires, sort of torches available at the bottom to take up to light it. So these are seemingly designed to be lit, but these creatures seem to be pestering him and taunting him every time he tries to light one and then snuffing them out.
Got fucking Sisyphus going on over here.
So as you head on to the other tower and the one that he lit, you can see the brazier that here is lit. And the creatures sort of flying around it, and you get the sense that it could snuff this out at any moment that it wanted to, but it's waiting. And it's kind of like eyeing and watching the others and the elf as it moves away. And so it hasn't done it yet, but it's pretty evident that it's purposefully waiting until this elf is off to another tower to do so.
Would using my staff of bird calling get rid of the invisibility? Because that's projecting sound elsewhere, right?
Is the cast. Invisibility.
Invisibility. The spell ends for a target that attacks or casts a spell. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say this probably still needs to. It would be casting a spell to utilize this staff.
Okay. In that case, I will leave it be for now.
So then you kind of head out a little ways. You don't want to get. You can sense an ominous nature to this thing, and you don't want to get too close to it. But make, what would this be? I'll call it Arcana. Make an Arcana check on this guy.
Dirty 20.
Okay. So the creatures you've heard of these. They are peritons. They are typically sort of a chaotic, evil creature. The others are medium monstrosities, so they're large compared to you. And then there's a monstrous periton in the middle here that seems to be the leader of the group. And it is much, much larger than you.
Yay. Okay.
So you circle back toward the group and
I'll
look
just
more
cut across the water. And...
Yeah. So at this point, you used a little more than half of your time.
I'm going to fly down to everyone else. I'm going to dispel the invisibility.
Okay.
So I'm no longer invisible. Okay, status report. These creatures are peritons. And they seem to be actively blowing out the flame every time they're lit. And the one out in the middle of the lake out there, quite freaky looking. And just quite unpleasant. But that seems to be the one in charge, I would imagine. So do with that information what you will.
So
That boat that just passed over there, there was a rather well-dressed elven man that got out of it and went up to try to light that pillar, so I don't know if anything happened with that. That's about all I saw.
That must be Alagarthus.
Who?
This is the person last time, so you wouldn't have heard this. So there's a elfish prince who came to Endelin to make a deal, and is now seeking a way back to his realm, and seems to think that this is the place to be able to make his way back to his realm. But she doesn't know much more of the story beyond that. There was some deal made between this prince and Endelin. He'd been here for a while. He'd been here for more than a year.
I wonder, in that year's span, has there been any point when all of the pillars are lit at the same time?
Well, he's been at Moongrave until recently. She only released him recently.
Oh, I see. Well, perhaps is the belief perhaps that if all of the pillars are lit at the same time, it will open a way for him to get back to his realm? That could be why the Peritons are blowing it out.
It would make some
They
sense.
could be under Endelin's control somehow, and if that's the case and they keep blowing it out, then there's nothing that he can do about it.
Why not just attack him?
That would be less fun.
Fey creatures and hags aren't always necessarily the most direct of creatures. Fun's an interesting way to put it, but fairly accurate, I think.
Do you think if we go towards these Peritons that they'll attack us? Or will they just see us as a nuisance and ignore us?
I have not been here and I've not interacted with these creatures, so I don't know how readily they would want to attack someone.
Is there another check that I can make to determine like what the nature of Peritons usually are? Because I was able to identify kind of what the creatures were, but I don't know if I would know that much.
What did you use to detect that? Was it?
So that was an Arcana.
Can I do an Arcana check from him telling me what the creatures are?
I'll say where you guys are now. You go ahead and do an Arcana check yourself.
I'll use my inspiration. There we go, that's better. 24.
24. So you watch these creatures for a minute, and you've not interacted with Peritons before, but you've read on them, you've heard about them. These aren't acting like normal Peritons. They don't move or interact in how you would feel like a regular bird would move.
So they're not acting normal. If they are under the spell of Endolin, I wonder if it's the same one that Cutlass is under, like a domination spell to control them.
Wouldn't be able to dominate all of them at once.
What about the big one? If she could control the big one could tell the others what to do.
It's possible.
I don't really want to fight a bunch of birds that can fly. Any thoughts on avoiding a battle? I do like your idea about lighting the all 5 pillars at the same time, but I don't know if we'd be able to do that without engaging the Puritans.
That's the thing. But is this not... If that is the case...
Or
is
what
this
if...
perhaps something we can come back to later? Not to make him suffer more by keeping him out here, but the longer we stay away from Endolin, the longer people suffer in general. And selfishly, the more chances she has to possess me, and I don't like that.
That's true. Are we able to discern a way out of here from where we are?
You'd have to make your way pretty much around the entire crater lake, from one side to the other. And then you'd be able to get sort of passing over the ridge there. Gleam also adds, it might be worth talking to Oligarthus. He would be able to shed much more light on the situation.
I like that idea.
Well, how do we want to approach this? Do you want me to just brazenly fly over there? Or...
I feel if we stick close to the ground, the birds won't, and don't go near the towers, they may not engage us.
We can weave through some of the rocks.
Use the rocks for cover.
Okay. So you're going to head over as a group.
Sure.
So, Elkhorn says, why don't I find a space to hole up with the other two while you go and have this conversation? So, he and Gleam and Amidor will find sort of a space to hide over here while the rest of the group heads over toward Oligarthus on the other side. Have everyone roll stealth.
Oh lordy, not with that dice. Oh my god. Fuck, I should have waited to use my inspiration on that.
16.
Okay.
14.
17.
Okay.
5.
Okay.
Clank, clank, clank.
Wow.
Clank, clank, clank.
So, yeah.
Smacks his plate armored leg against a rock.
Which, yeah.
Ouch!
Yeah, as you're heading over and trying to sort of stay quiet, there is a moment that one of the rocks slips from under your left leg, and your knee actually clangs into one of the rocks here. One of the nearby Puritans does hear and seems to
Drown.
they really want to drown.
They do not want
They
to.
dead.
They don't want to fuck with us.
Yeah.
They're just so done.
So one of them flies over here.
They're just so tired of doing this all the time.
Yeah.
So flies over, is able to sort of like spot you, and then just sort of like circles back over toward the tower, seemingly disinterested. It heard something it wanted to investigate, but it's leaving you guys be.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah. And then it promptly went and drowned.
Yeah.
Then decide.
So you guys head over to the other tower. Actually, just as Algarthus makes it to the top, lights the beacon there, and then is just coming back down as the rest of you approach from that side. And we'll go back here a little bit. So I'll say you all sort of meet up with him here. Let's see if I can also bring back
Am I tied back up at this point?
Yes.
You've still, I would say, you've got probably about 2 minutes left presently when you approach Algarthus. You're all still sort of stealthing, so he doesn't notice you immediately as you're coming up. Did he say anything, or are you just sort of waiting for him?
So,
Hail, fellow traveler.
Oh,
We mean you no harm.
love and peace.
good day. How goes?
It goes.
You're really good at first impressions.
But that's just a first impression.
We've been told that you might be, what's his name?
Algarthus.
Algarthus, the prince. Is that true?
You know of me? Yes, I'm here attempting to light the Fey beacons to find my way home. And as he says this, he looks up at one of the others, and the one that was like waiting for him snuffs out that flame.
Why did they keep snuffing? Why did they keep snuffing it out?
They are trying to prevent me from lighting all of the pillars. It's fun for them. Their task set upon by Endlin, but part of me wonders if they do it themselves just for the enjoyment of it.
So you are no friend of Endelin's?
No, friend, no. I came here to make a deal with her. In my kingdom, there was a green dragon attacking frequently, and I failed several attempts to defeat it. Apparently, in all of that, I caught the eye of Endelin. And she visited me in my home and showed me a future where I defeated the dragon, but lost my own life in the process. Eight. Ignore me. As far as you can discern, he doesn't seem to be lying. He's a little caught off guard by meeting people out here in the open. But nothing screams abject lie to you about it so far. Endelin claimed to also be able to see an alternate future where I defeated the dragon and was able to survive, and said she would share the details with me if I were to come with her and spend a year here with her at Moongrave. I saw a year of my life as a small price to pay for the rest of it, so I agreed. The year oddly dragged on longer than I could have ever imagined. It was a year, but felt so much longer. When it finally ended, she gave me the vision, and then let me know that the way to find my way home was to come here and light the Fey beacons. I must be the one to light all 8 of the beacons, and then it will show me a path back to my home. But
I feel like even if the beacons could do that, You can't escape Jan while the storm is still going and Endelin is still alive.
Unfortunately, more than likely not. No.
How long have you been here?
He kind of hesitates for a second. He's a little lost. Oop. Feels like several days I've been trying to finish lighting these beacons.
But these little bastards get in your way, huh?
Yes.
Figures.
My understanding is they used to be a performance troupe. A group of mimes, if you could believe that.
A flying performance troupe. Who'd have thought?
They had made some deal with Endelin and were transformed into these, and now do her bidding.
Question. First of all, hello. My name is Zaretic. Nice to meet you.
My name is Albert. Right.
Forgive me forgetting formalities, but when you were with Endelin for this year, did you by any chance see a someone with a moon mask when you were in her keep?
I don't recall a moon mask. I remember someone with a sun mask.
Or the sun mask, yes, my bad, sun mask.
Yes. I mean, Endelin has had many guests come and go through the year of time. This one was a bit more recent, if I recall. Maybe a few weeks, a month back. Didn't interact with her much. She was, I believe, kept in one of the dungeons, actually. I don't know what deal they had made.
I don't believe a deal was made. We know that she was also part of a traveling group, and they're not siblings, are they? Gleam and
They're twins.
They're twins. Oh, okay. So
Yes.
we know
They're super siblings.
Right. We met their twin, Gleam, who was traveling with us. We are trying to return them to each other, and in turn, they will help us, hopefully, kill Endelin.
That would be some feat. I'm sorry, but I must think of my own kingdom. My task is to get home and to save them from this dragon.
Yes, but your task seems fraught with these creatures about. If they are under a spell from Endelin, maybe killing her will end it, and you can finally light these towers. The span between these towers seems too far for you to light all of them at once, or to get to them within time before one of them gets snuffed out again.
I agree. And who knows? Maybe if we kill Endelin and free Sibilna from her prison, she will send you back herself. You won't have to worry about this ordeal.
Yes.
Perhaps.
And if that doesn't end up happening, we can always help by using some of our magical powers to get you from one place to another quickly.
If it gives you comfort. I don't know how much of this you would have noticed here in Yuan, but hither and thither. I'm no longer under the spell of hags.
As you say this, one of the Peritines kind of buzzes past you all, causing a very large gust of wind. There's no injuring effect from this, but it is obviously pestering at you.
I'm going to lower my voice. This group of us right here are the reason for that. We've killed 2 already. We intend to kill the 3rd. I would do it yesterday if I could. can trust us.
I know this is my way home. I have to keep trying to make my way back. I keep hoping they'll get bored, and I'm sorry, but I don't think killing Endelin will release these creatures.
Perhaps not.
They were transformed as part of the bargain that she made, not from her own magic.
But well, in any case, I think that we can take these creatures. But we won't. But Endelin remains the priority. So if you are convinced that this is the only way for you to return home, you can stay here and keep trying and keep having your flames blown out over and over again as much as you'd like. And if killing Endelin does not solve anything, after we do so, which we will, maybe we could come back and take care of these for you.
I was going to try and use my persuasion to say something very much similar.
Yeah, go ahead and roll persuasion.
Oh, God.
19.
Thank God you got it. Die jail.
Dice jail?
Dice jail.
Look at that. It's holding 2.
What are you in for?
Jailbreak!
Hang on, let me see if mine is learned to behave.
Collect. It was holding 2 in there, no problem.
Have you behaved? Yes, it has.
Aw, yay.
It's rehabilitated.
What color would you say that is? That die is?
This one?
Pink?
Got out on good behavior.
Hey, pink die! Your time's up!
A big day.
We don't have enough room for both of yous.
That's not true. We have a lot of room.
As you say this, and he considers, I have to keep trying here, but if you think you can make it around and to Endelin and finish with that and come back, I would be most grateful for assistance if they haven't given up on their, and he gets to that word, and you hear a screech. And in the time that this conversation has happened, the Great One,
Of course.
seemingly silently, has glided along the lake toward you and gives out this deafening caw. And the other 4 start circling around and eyeing in on you guys.
Run!
Well, perhaps you won't have to wait that long after all.
I think we should run!
And that's what we're going to call it.
Okay.
And we're going to roll initiative first thing next session.
Oh god, my feet. Good session. That was fucking cool.
Oh. So many,
All the role play.
yeah, so many stories, so many things coming together. I love it.
I didn't get a chance to, but he was gonna look over at Octavian and just be like, I am so sorry.
Well, on the other end, Octavian's like,
Yeah.
Octavian's gonna give me some of that meat.
No, Octavian was sort of in between, actually, he's kind of cute, but he seems to be interesting. Seems to have this holdover thing, but it was 15 years ago. So he's kind of
I've
kicking
never
it.
been with a half orc before. This could be fun.
Yeah, he's kicking it around.
Man, if Eric was here, he'd be like, oh yeah, by the way, he's hung.
Oh god, I forgot about that.
It's probably for the best that he wasn't.
oh my god, I totally forgot about that.
Oh my god, watch the next time we go
Dude,
back
are
there.
you hung?
He's gonna we're gonna have told him about that, and he's gonna immediately try to wingman by going up to him and be like, "Hey, guess what? He's hung."
Well, all I could think about when we were back at the end was like all of his peanut shit.